Hello and good morning or afternoon everyone, and welcome to your seated Pilates class. So I usually am always on my mat, but today for the Undefeatable week I am sitting on a chair, and we're going to have a very gentle 30-minute Pilates class doing lots of stretches, lots of mobility work to really allow your body to move. So even if you are restricted and you can't lay on a mat or attend a proper live class, then you can just refer back to this whenever you need to. You can even have it on in the background whilst you're watching television. And if you just did 5 to 10 minutes every single day, you will notice such a big difference in the way you sit. And it will even help with the way you sort of stand. And we're going to correct posture and just do some nice stretches just to ease and relieve the body. Because what happens is when we sit, so for example, I'm doing it right now. I always sit with my right leg over my left. I do it all the time, and it's because our muscles have memory. So because of that, we will always sit like that. Wherever we go, whether on a plane, a train, sat at home, on a dining chair, in the pub, we will sit with our however we want to sit. So some people don't, but that's me. So because of that, I need to retrain my body so I don't want to sit like that, because what can happen is over time, because your muscles have memory, you will then start to feel that you might walk or lean or drive like this, or you might just stand with your spine ever so slightly over to one side. And that is because when you sit down, your muscles are remembering exactly what you've always done. So these exercises will help to just try and realign your body, retrain your muscles and your movements. And I think I've spoken enough, so let's go. So first things first, you're going to sit on your chair, whether it be an armchair, the sofa, wherever, and you're going to have your feet hip width apart. So for that, you're going to push your heels out and your toes forward. And you just want to make sure that your toes are in alignment with your knees. Now, another big thing is sometimes you might want to sit, maybe you sit like this, which is good, but then also what happens is that puts pressure on the spine because we want to tip forward. So if we are here with our ankles in line with the knees in a straight line, not diagonal, that will sort of relieve tension and pressure. Can't speak today, and that will help with your alignment in your lower body. So now from here, we're going to have the knees all the way into the hips, and we're going to sit up lovely and tall. And you're just going to rock side to side within the glutes and the hips just to alleviate any tension in the lower part of the body. And then just allow that sort of swaying motion to get smaller and smaller, so you feel like your sit bones are even. So chances are every single person, unless you have regular physio or chiropractor work, your body will be unaligned. That is every single human. I'm a Pilates teacher, and even my spine is wonky, and that is just part and parcel of the body, as a human body, how it works. So just be really mindful of that, because even if you think like you're sitting straight, chances are you're probably not. But this is also really good to do in front of a mirror or a camera, because you can actually see your true alignment. Okay, so now we've done that, what I want you to do is just work on the upper body. So if you sit up really tall, it's going to be quite hard on your lower spine. If you've got any lower back issues, excuse me, then that will also irritate you. So it's a lot easier just to round through your spine and sit like this. But unfortunately, over time, makes our bodies very lazy, and it makes our muscles not work, and then the internal organs get weaker. So I'm going to show you a few exercises you can do to strengthen them too. But for now, just sit up really tall. So you don't want to stick your chest out. You want to drop your shoulders down and just imagine that your spine is nice and elongated. It's lengthening. Pilates is all about the length of your body. So you want to imagine that your spine is nice and sort of strong, but not too much pressure. If you do have scoliosis, lordosis, kyphosis, then this might affect you in different ways. You might feel like it's too much. For example, if you've got lordosis, where your lower back has a big arch, you might feel it more comfortable to sort of round through the spine and do a nice C shape, because that actually relieves any tension or pressure within the lower spine. But if you haven't, you can just sit up nice and tall with me. And then the shoulders. So the shoulders are a massive byproduct, if you like, of tension in the lower body. A lot of people suffer with tight shoulders. Maybe you have headaches, sinus pain, migraines, and that can all stem from having tight shoulders. But that can stem from having tight hamstrings. tight glutes, lower back, middle of your back, even your ankles. I used to run a lot. My chiropractor told me that April you need to stretch more because it's actually affecting the side of my face. So you'll be surprised at how your body pulls on other muscles, which then affects other areas of the body. So as I always say, if you've got an issue with your lower back, with your upper neck, your jaw even, that can all stem from lower parts of your body. Okay, I'm only a level 3 practitioner here, so please always get checked out and stick within your own health limits as always. But sometimes that can be good to remember that if you've got a bad lower back, it might not actually be a lower back, it's more than likely your hamstrings. And if you sit down a lot, if you've had a desk job all your life, or you drive a lot, or you just sit in your chair for most of the day, some might find that you get a little bit stiff, a little bit sore, and then of course that will affect your body. So the spine, the shoulders, so drop your shoulders down. We always think that our shoulders are like natural, but chances are they might be up here. And if you've had years of that, or if you type or drive or do a lot of gardening or cooking or teaching, you might find that your shoulders naturally rise. Other factors of causes of this is heavy handbags, ladies with ill-fitting bras, that can really massively affect the trapezius muscle here, and carrying children on one side, etc. Men carrying heavy workloads, physical jobs, that can all affect our shoulders and our posture and moving from side to side. So drop those shoulders right down, and a good way to test how tight your shoulders are is to place your hands onto your thighs. Now, you're going to breathe in, and you're going to breathe out and push your elbows as if you're trying to get them into the thighs. And you will feel a really nice, hopefully, a nice release in the top of the shoulders. And then release. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And down, push down. And in. And last time, really push down. And release. Now, if you felt like your shoulders went down quite a lot, that's probably a good indication to feel how tight your shoulders actually are. And if you suffer with a lot of headaches, that could be a strong possibility as to why. So the best way, if you take one thing out of this class, is to always do that throughout the day. Even set a timer on your phone, or every time you put the TV on, excuse me, or get in the car, push your shoulders down, just breathe, just do it 5 times, and you will feel a lot of tension releasing from the neck, and it's actually very calming as well. Sort of anxiety, depression, high levels of stress. We also hold a lot of tension in our hands and forearms, and that can really affect also our shoulders. And that's why people who get stressed a lot have a lot of headaches. It's because we hold tension, and we even get tension headaches. So this is a massive factor. So obviously this will help you with your body, but it will also help you with your mind as well, which I really hope that it does. So now what we're going to do is relax the upper body. So hands onto the thighs and inhale. Exhale once again, push the elbows down, and then just tilt your ear so you feel a good stretch within the left-hand side of the neck. You don't want to overstretch, you don't want to pull anything. It is getting colder now, but this will help as well to release. Inhale, exhale, other side. As human beings, I've said this 1,000 times as well, I swear I repeat myself a lot, but just to make sure everyone can listen and understand that our bodies are lopsided. So if you feel that you have one side that is stronger than the other, that is true. And when you do these sort of exercises, you will feel that tension easing. If you feel like one side's harder than the other, then that harder side is the side that is actually weakest. So it's just good to bear in mind, be aware of these little things that can help in life. Come back in. And then come back in. Good. Now let's work on the back of the neck. So just be very careful here. Your neck is probably one of the most sensitive areas of your entire body. Sorry, cough is getting worse. So we're just going to relax that. So I'm going to turn to the side slightly. So you're going to inhale and then exhale, nod, and you don't want your chin towards your chest, but you want to feel a good release in the back of the neck. And then come back up. Inhale, exhale, come down. And lift. And come down. And lift up. We'll do 2 more. And then just hold it here. Now push your shoulders down again. And release. And you should feel sort of more or less instant relief within my feet, within the neck and shoulders, okay? And you might just feel like a little bit more relaxed now. Okay, now what we're going to do is keep working in the upper body and rounding through the spine. Now, like I say, if you've got any spinal conditions or past injuries, please be very careful with this next one. It's a very gentle stretch, but I would hate for anyone to feel sore in any way. So you're going to take your hands onto your knees and you're going to start with a really straight spine. So you're going to inhale and nod and then exhale, round it through. And just imagine your spine is trying to look like the shape of a C. Then lift back up. Inhale, nod. Round through. And then come back up. Just do this a couple more times. And lift up. One more time, nod. And now really round a little bit more. Take the hands a little bit further down. Feel that stretch. And then come back up. Wonderful. Sorry, I need a quick drink. Okay, so that's the upper body. And now we're going to come into the arms. So again, a lot of tension can be held within the hands. If you drive a lot and your hands are like this, typing is another massive thing, writing, that can create a lot of pressure and that can travel up the arm into the shoulders. So take your left arm, bring it across the body, and you're going to hook your elbow above the other elbow. Okay, now drop your shoulders down and hold it here. So you're really pulling, which is going to create a lot of release in the deltoid muscle, the shoulder up here. Release. The other side, right arm out, bring it across. Now hook it, pull it down and pull. Release. Good. And now we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to add a little neck stretch in there. If you've got a very sensitive neck, please be very careful of this. Okay, so back to the left arm, bring it across, hook it over, drop it down, and then tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. And stretch. And then relax. Good. Other side, right arm across, pull it down, and stretch out. And release. Good. I'm so sorry to keep coughing. Right. All right. So now what we're going to do is you should have enough space. If you've got an armchair that goes back, then you could stand up for this one. But we're just going to allow the arms to rock back and forth. And this is a great way. In fact, this is better standing up, but you can do it seated. And it's a really nice way to just relax. I swear, as humans, we don't relax. And it's a kind of a dangerous thing really, because we get caught up in the stresses and strains of life, and sometimes it gets too much. But by stretching and just relaxing, it feels so much better. Release. Wonderful. Okay, so now let's come on to the hips. So what we're going to do is just edge towards the edge of the seat, and you're just simply going to push your right knee out and then bring the back in, and then the other knee. And this just helps just to create a little bit of movement within the hip joint. You might feel it a little bit in the core. And let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Now what you're going to do is sit back into your chair, and you're going to, I don't know if you can see my feet, I hope you can. I just made it worse. I think I have. Right. We're going to slide the foot out and then come back in. So sit on the edge of the seat, so you're going to slide out and back, keeping the feet hip width apart. And this is really nice to stretch off the back of the leg into your hamstrings. Excuse me. And this is a great one you can do any time of the day. It really helps the hips and knees, creates a little bit of movement. Let's do 4 more. 4, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Now staying here with the feet, we're going to lift the heels up and come back down. Now what you don't want is this, to push the knees in and the heels go out. So lift up and down. Keep going with that. My dog's coming to say hello. Come on then, quickly. Here she is. She's a bit of a noisy one. So yeah, just keep going up and down. Say hi, Ted. Oh, I get a kiss. Lovely. And just keep going. So this is amazing for ankle mobility. I can't stress this enough. We use our ankles all the time. Walking, running, climbing up the stairs, etc. And we don't really take into consideration how much we use them. So let's do 2 more. Release. Good. And now just let your ankles relax. You can do a little dance if you want. But now what we're going to do is the opposite direction, and you're going to lift the toes up. So this is why it's really important to make sure that your heels are in line with the ankles, because you don't want to put any pressure on your knee joint. So if you have got bad knees, please make sure, going right back to the beginning, knees in line with the ankles. Can you say hello, Ted? There you go. Keep it going. Do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And now just allow your feet to do whatever they want. Just relax them a little bit. Perfect. Now lifting the knee back up slightly, you can extend it out, and you're going to circle the ankle. This is really nice. So imagine, use your mind's muscle connection, you're drawing a nice big circle. And that way you're going to feel like you're drawing the biggest circle you can with your foot, and it should feel really good. A lot of rotation in there. Let's go the other way. That's it. And relax. Good. Let's go to the other side. Lift up and circle around. See you later. That's it. And the other way. And release. wonderful. Okay, so now let's come back into the hips to give those ankles just a quick relax. So if you have any hip injuries, remember the hips are the midpoint of the body, so they do take a lot of stress throughout our lives. If you have any hip replacements or any hip mobility issues, I wouldn't recommend this one. Excuse me. What you could do is just stretch the leg out and come back in again, but if not, you're going to take the right ankle above the left knee, and first of all, we're going to bring that knee up. And then inhale, exhale, push it down and feel that stretch. Feel the stretch within the thigh. And just hold it. This is going to be good for the hips. You don't want to tilt over too much, just keep it down. And then relax. Good. Right foot on the floor, left ankle lift up. Other side. And stretch it out. Now, this is another good one that you can do standing up. It's a lot more intense standing up. Hello, Ted. Or you could do it in an ad break of a television show. There's lots to be done with this one. Do you want to go back outside? Bye-bye. You're coming out? You're going out? See you later. Right. So now what we're going to do is just leave the upper body alone, come back to the lower body alone, and come back to the upper body. And you're going to have your hands down by your side, so you might need to come to the end of your armchair for this. And what you're going to do is inhale, and then exhale, you're going to lean, but you don't want to lean right over. You're just going to lean from the waist. And then come back up. The other side. Good. There we go. Let's do 6, 5. Just a gentle. This is great for the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. And now we're just going to go back to what we did at the start with our half a curl down. So you're going to have your hands onto your knees and then just round through the spine. Drop the shoulders, relax any tension, and then sit up nice and tall. And again, nod round. And stand up. And if you can hear that, that's Teddy barking at something. That's my dad telling her off. And lift back up. Good. Okay, so a lot of people ask me if they can't attend a proper class where you have mat work Pilates and not chair work Pilates. They will say, how do I still work my core? Now, your core is always working, whether you think it or not. And everyone says, oh, I don't have a core. Everyone has a core. It's just dependent on how strong it is. So these next few exercises will really help to strengthen your core and help, obviously, other parts of the body too. But your core is fantastic for balance. If you have good balance, you probably have a very strong core. And if you have a weaker balance, it's probably because your core just needs a tad bit of work. So here we go. I'm going to clear my throat for the 10th time. You're going to edge towards the end of your seat a little bit. And of course, you want to make sure that you are nice and tall within your spine. And you're going to lift up the right knee and slowly put it down. And when you slowly put it down, you are going to feel your core working. Now, you should just feel it. And exhale, so inhale up, exhale down. Good, just keep it going and go nice and slow. The slower you go with your core, the better it is, because if you rush it, you don't feel that connection. I can definitely feel it. Let's do, after this, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and just release. So if you feel like you need to just round through the spine and sit with a really bad spine, a naughty spine, I call it, just for a second to relieve any back pain, feel free, and then come to sit back up. Good. Okay, so that was the core. Now let's work into the pelvic floor. So what you're going to do is sit up nice and tall, and then just tuck the pelvis under slightly and just squeeze everything, all of your core muscles, and then sit back up really straight. And that's amazing for strengthening all your abdominal muscles, pelvic floor, and your core. Exhale though when you squeeze. Inhale to release. Good, let's do 3 more. 2. Release. Last one. Now just squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it off. Fantastic. Well done. So you can do that anywhere. Okay, last one we're going to do for the day is a great one to release the back. I'm going to turn to the side, hands onto the thighs. You're going to nod your chin and then take the hands all the way down and just allow yourself to relax. So drop your head. This is a lovely one to finish on. Just drop the head. Make sure the neck is always in line with the spine. And then gently roll back up. Wonderful. Let's do that one more time. It's one of my absolute favourites. Now down, round it through. And just hang. Just let your whole body breathe. Let the head and neck relax. And then gently roll back up. Wonderful. And now let's finish off. Nice tall spine, going through everything that we've learned. Our feet are in the right position, our knees in line with the hips, tall spine, chin just nice to relax, neck in line with spine, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. And wonderful. I really hope you all enjoyed that. Don't forget, you can come back to this anytime. You could do just 5 minutes of it, or 10 minutes, half the time, or the full thing a couple of times a week. And I promise you, if you keep going, you stay consistent, and you stay nice and patient, you will see big changes within your body. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I will see you all next Monday. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.